yeah, it's Annika. Welcome to my Chonica. I'm wearing my fucking fur coat because number one, I'm a bougie ass motherfucking bitch, but also because it's really freaking cold in my room. So yeah, I love winter out. So today I'm going to be doing a video that has been super motherfucking requested for as long as I can freaking remember. Ever since I've gone cruelty free, this video has been requested, and in fact I filmed this video over the summer, but it was trash and I just gave up. But I finally got the energy to do it again. I decided to come up with cruelty free dupes for your favorite non-cruelty free makeup. Not only did I ask you guys what your favorites were, but I also included my favorites and just classic products that were so just traditional, like that is like what you think of. So yeah, I'm gonna start, I'm gonna do it in the order that you do your face, so I'm gonna first start off with primer. I personally don't like this primer. A lot of people do. I just don't really like the feeling that it leaves, but this is the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. For those of you that don't know okay, now I'm hot. For those of you that don't know, Maybelline is not cruelty-free. I believe them and L'Oreal both on their website say, we are cruelty-free unless we're selling our products in a country where it is mandatory, which means in China. In China, in order for you to sell makeup, it has to be tested on animals. It's a law. They're not cruelty-free because they do test on animals because they sell in China. So they're trying to get around it. They really do test on animals. The Maybelline Baby Skin Primer is a cult classic. I feel like a lot of people love this shit. I know that my best friend Rihanna loves it. I'm just not a huge fan. But a really similar dupe that is actually cheaper in price is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I lost my cap because I am sanitary. These both leave you with that weird feeling, not like graininess, but it just feels weird in your hands. This comes out white, whereas the Maybelline Baby Skin comes out clear. However, they both have a really silicone-y feel to them. They both work really well at doing the pore filling thing that they do. I'm done! Alrighty, now we're gonna move on to foundation. Another Maybelline product that is such a cult classic. I feel like nobody wants to go cruelty-free because of this foundation. They're like, this is my favorite foundation, I couldn't live with. Hang on, before I tell you that, I just want to rant about that really fast. The fact that you are putting animals' lives at stake because you don't want to give up your favorite makeup product is so incredibly selfish. I hate to be negative and I hate to call people names, but that is so freaking selfish. You're giving up an animal's life, or at least an animal's comfort, so that you can be pretty. You already are pretty. You don't need this. This isn't a necessity. I don't know. I'm a vegetarian, so I feel really strongly about this stuff, but some people might not feel as strongly. I just feel like eating meat is different because I feel like people are like, oh, you need protein, blah, blah. Different story, different rant. I'll rant about it later, but at the very least, you're getting something out of eating it, you know? And also, so many brands are cruelty-free, and just the reason why I want you all to go cruelty-free is because then these brands that aren't cruelty-free right now will go cruelty-free, and then you can enjoy these products again. It's so annoying. But anyways, here's the foundation. The Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. This used to be my favorite foundation for a really long time. Then I discovered the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This is cheaper than this. Yeah, boy. Maybelline is actually super expensive for drugstore. I love this foundation. This is my favorite foundation. Yeah, they're very similar. They have similar finishes, and this one's cheaper, and it's cruelty-free, and no animals are harmed. So yeah. Also, can we just not talk about my hair? I actually look like a feather duster. When do I not, though? Okay, now for concealer. I have two concealers that I'm duping. First, we have the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, because I feel like this is a lot of people's favorite, and then the NARS Creamy Radiant Creamy Concealer. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer is literally the exact same fucking thing. This is they're kind of similar. It's probably one of the closest matches you're gonna get. This is a little bit more whipped than this is, but these are both very whipped and very creamy, and that's why I think that they're so freaking similar. And also, again, it's cheaper. The only downside to the Wet n Wild one is that the NARS one has more of a color range. This is the lightest shade, and do you see how dark that is? It's not my color. But take one for the fucking team. Honestly, what do you mean? I do not have a powder because I couldn't really think of any powders that were really popular and that weren't cruelty free. So if you guys have any powders that you want me to do, leave it in the comments below and I might do a second video. I want to die. But I'm going to move on to bronzer. I have bronzers, blushes, and highlight. For bronzer, one of the most popular bronzer, it goes so far back, is NARS Laguna. And I think the reason why it's so special is because it has little pieces of gold, not pieces of gold, but it has that gold sheen, you know, and not a lot of bronzers have that. It is a really pretty bronzer, I'll admit, but Tarte Par Gab Princess is the same thing. This one, it has the gold sheen. These are slightly, super freaking slightly different color-wise. This one's a little bit darker. They both have that gold sheen, you see? So if the reason why you like NARS Laguna is because of that gold sheen, which is probably it because that's what differentiates it from all other bronzers, Tarte Par Gab Princess is right there, and I'm pretty sure it's cheaper, just a little bit, but still. Gotta save those fucking coins while saving those animals, bitch! The next product is actually a palette by Maybelline. It's their Master Blush palette. It comes with 3 blushes and 1 highlighter. I gave it to my cousin because I had things that were the exact freaking same as it, but I'll put a picture of it right here. I found 2 things to dupe it, whether you like the specific colors or you just like the palette altogether. If you like the palette altogether, the Anastasia Blush Trio in the shade Pool Party is so freaking similar. It has like basically the same tones. You have a really nude, a peach, and a pink. I mean, it doesn't have the highlighter, but the highlighter honestly wasn't that good. You're mostly there for the blushes. And then if you like the individual shades, the Too Faced Love Flesh blushes are very similar. There's Baby Love, which looks like this. I have a really old one who doesn't have the little dip, but I'll put a picture of what it looks like. Then we have Your Love is King, which is this darker color. And then we have Love Hangover. Hangover! Oh my god, don't do drugs. Those are awesome dupes, especially if you only like 1 or 2 colors. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but I thought I was pretty good. Now for highlight. This is the first cruelty-free dupe that I ever found. Was a cruelty-free dupe for MAC Soft and Gentle. Y'all know if you've been a real Ani cunt, if you've been fucking subscribed since the OG Ani cunt braces ass days, you would know that this was my favorite highlighter ever, just because like it is not soft and gentle, honey. It is not soft nor gentle. It is poppin'. Ew, I hate myself. I love it, but it's like not metallic. It's just, it looks really natural. And so I was like, I need to fucking find a dupe for this because if I run out of this, I'm not about to repurchase it. And I found that the JCat Beauty Triple Crown Baked Eyeshadow in the shade Dolce de Leche, I am so white, I am so sorry, is like very, very similar. Basically, it has like 3 shadows. I feel like I discovered this from Tati, not as a dupe, but she just said that it was a nice highlighter. This one is more yellow toned, whereas MAC Soft and Gentle is more pink toned, but do you see how they have the same exact amount of glowiness? They have the same lasting power. It's like the same thing. It's the same formula, but it's a different color, and I guess that's why it like kind of bugs me, but these are so similar. So if you're gonna get MAC Soft and Gentle, this is literally like $7. Just get it. Why wouldn't you? For brows, I know this is so janky, you might not even want to see it because it's so friggin' dirty, but I know a lot of people love the... Okay, my hair needs help. My hair is one giant knot, but maybe I'll just leave it down. No, putting it up. Feather duster. I feel like a lot of people are huge fans of the Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara to set their eyebrows as a brow gel, especially since it's like a drugstore brow gel and the drugstore doesn't really have that many brow gels. The same thing. Same fucking thing. I just spit so much. The same fucking thing as the e.l.f. It doesn't say it on the package, but it's like the eyelash and eyebrow gel. The brushes are the exact same and it's the same product on each side. I don't know why they did it, but they did. But it's literally the same thing. It's a clear mascara. It's just like kind of shitty, but like it works. It's like kind of shitty, but it works. So if you are a big stan of the Great Lash, get this. It's $2 fucking dollars. Literally, it's $2. Why would you spend $9 on this when you spend $2 on that? I don't know. Why would you? You tell me. Got 3 more dupes for you, bitch. This was my favorite mascara before I went cruelty free. Benefit Very Real. I loved this mascara more than I loved myself, which isn't very much, but you get the point. I don't know. It just made your eyelashes look so freaking long. And the dupe that I found, the wand, is so completely different, but the way that it makes your eyelashes look is literally the exact same as the Essence Volume Stylish 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. It's the purple one. The Benefit Very Real has plastic bristles, whereas this one has fibrous bristles. But these make your eyelashes both super freaking long and just as black, and it wears the same. It doesn't get under here. It doesn't get all over there. They're about the same amount of moistness. Moist. This one is $3 and this is like $25. So like, you might as well just try it, honey. The dupe for the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, I don't know why I said Prep and Prime, is literally Milani Make It Last. It's literally the same thing. I honestly don't like either of these because they're both so wet. I like the spritzer on this a lot more than I like the Milani spritzer, but it's drugstore. What are you gonna expect? This is like $7, whereas this one is like 20. They do the same thing. They last the same. They feel the same. They feel just as wet. For instance, Urban Decay Deep Slick doesn't feel as wet, but these two feel very wet. They're the same thing, literally the same exact thing, and you could buy 2 of these and it would still be cheaper than this. So I don't know what you're doing. And then the last product is also a dupe for a MAC product. This is my favorite MAC lipstick. I only have 2, but like the reason why I bought it was the only one that appealed to me. It's MAC Velvet Teddy, probably their most notorious shade. This is why I'm including it. It's such a beautiful like dark rosy brown. Like I literally nut. I feel like a lot of people know this, but just in case you don't, Wet n Wild Bare It All lipstick is literally the same color. There's a very slight difference. MAC's is a little bit darker than Wet n Wild, but they're just as matte. Do you see like they have the same amount of sheen, like the tiniest bit of sheen, but they have the same amount of it. This is $3. This is 20. You could buy 1,000 of these and it would still fucking be cheaper than if you bought 1,000 of these. No fucking shit. I'm so dumb. No nut November is not going very well for me. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I've nutted way too many times. But yeah, I hope that this video helped you guys. I hope that I inspired some of you guys to go cruelty-free. Comment down below and let me know if you guys are cruelty-free because I am really curious. I just can't wait until everybody goes cruelty-free and then all the brands will go cruelty-free and then I can enjoy Maybelline again and all of my other fellow cruelty-freeers because they are really good brands. Benefit makes amazing brow products. MAC has amazing face products. It doesn't matter to me because animals' lives matter more to me. Some people are actually very particular. They don't shop from parent companies. For instance, Estee Lauder owns Too Faced. Estee Lauder? Who the fuck am I? Estee Lauder owns Too Faced and Estee Lauder tests on animals but Too Faced doesn't. So some people would argue that you shouldn't be buying from Too Faced because some of the profit will go to Estee Lauder. But the thing is, such a tiny amount is going to Estee Lauder. It's like insane because Too Faced needs to pay for its own products. So really not a lot of it is going to Estee Lauder. Hopefully in the future, Estee Lauder will go cruelty-free. All those parent companies will go cruelty-free. So yeah, there's my fucking spiel. I'm sorry for the rant. I feel this is one of the topics that I feel really, really passionately about. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, suck my dick, and keep on cruelty-freeing.
I would wish you the best, but you already had it. You already had it, baby. I wish you the best.